All right, traders, this is Abdurrahman from fxaltariq.com, and I'm going to show you guys what's on my radar this week for October the 19th for the Forex trades. And what we have first up on the charts is the Aussie US dollar. Looks like we have a potential Acapulco trade set up. Looks like it's going to be an Acapulco week, guys. As I've been going through these charts, I'm seeing mega Acapulco. So this setup looks good. We're going to see if the Aussie is going to hold up here. There has been some talk about the rate cut for the Aussie, some pressure on the government. We don't know, but as we watch the charts, we look for price action. Price action tells me Acapulco in the works. I hope you guys like diving, because it looks like we may be doing some serious diving this week. With that said, we move down to the Aussie CAD. Again, these are all weekly charts that I'm running through right quick. I always go through the high charts, time frames, and then move myself down. So we have here another Acapulco trade. Nice cliff candle here. The diver did go up and did push down both directions. So this is a weak Acapulco for me. I don't know if I will be taking this trade. I'm going to give it to some more thought, but it is an Acapulco trade. It is valid. You guys take a look at it and see if it's something that's going to be of interest to you. Next one is the Aussie Swissy. Aussie Swissy. It's looking good, guys. I have to say it's looking good. It's prime and it's also ready to go. It may be on the pull the trigger radar, Aussie Swissy. As I move back down, as I'm going down through the charts, another potential in the works. Beautiful CAD yen trade. Now this is a trade that I'm really looking at. It's ran its course down. It's back on its way back up. And so again, we have a potential CAD yen Acapulco trade. Stops below here. We have a buy, stop above, and let's ride this puppy all the way out. On the chart, we'll wait and see. Next up one for me is the euro yen trade. This is going to be a trade. This is a pogo trade here, guys, and this trade is not ready to pop yet. So it's on the radar for next week. We will see what happens with this particular trade. And I'm going to put that on the list. Pogo for next week. This one's not ready yet. Beautiful setup here. This trade here is the Euro cable. Euro, Great Britain, pound. It's already there. It already has made its double top. The bullish candle, the bearish candle has printed. Look for a setup. I'll be looking for sending you guys a setup on this trade. I wanted to say something just quickly on this one as we move again. What was beautiful about this setup, I was looking at it also on the 4-hour time frame chart. If you look at it on the 4-hour time frame, where is my there it is. You also have a bin trade here that's in the works over here on the bin. Confirmation. We look for a confirmation. So those who are running the 4-hour charts, you have a you have a bin trade sitting here. Okay? And then when you move back over to the weekly charts, you have the same, another confirmation in the form of a double top or a moolah trade. So that is definitely on the works. Look for a trade in either one, 4-hour or weekly. I'll decide in a moment what to do with this trade. And this is a trade in which we're already in. I wanted to show you guys. I have been watching this trade for the week. I think it's a good trade. You're going to have to hold your feet a little bit. We have a trend line break last week. The week before, we had a confirmation of that. Not a confirmation, a trend line break here. And then this week, we had a confirmation. A confirmation in terms of what? we had a retouch on the trend line and a bounce off of it. That's exactly what we're looking for. If you're looking for a high probability trade, you know, I can't move the market, but this is exactly what we were looking at. There were a couple of my mentor clients who we were talking about trend line. Here's a perfect example for you. Break below the trend line, a retouch to the trend line, and then a bounce off of the trend line. And we're looking for a trade. We're already in this trade, guys, but this is also maybe an add-on to trade that I'm looking at from the weekly perspective. Yeah, it's your choice. You either get into the trade or not get into the trade, but from a weekly perspective, it looks good. So with that said, it'll just be an add-on. With that said, that's what's on my radar for the weekly trades. I will, if you give me a second, I'll move over to the 4-hour charts. All right, we're back on the 4-hour charts. We just already talked about this particular chart. This is the Euro Great Britain bend trade on the 4-hour, confirmation from the weekly. As I said before, look for a trade, either 4-hour or either the weekly trade. This is just falling back down into the box, so we have plenty of room here to play with if we want to use that avenue. What's also on my trade, again, the 4-hour charts, bunch of bend trades, a lot of bend trades. Those who are still in the US, the euro dollar, which I'm still in. I didn't get stopped out. Some people got stopped out. You know, that's the nature of the game. Talk to your broker. Here is your bend trade here. So if you want to get back in on this trade for a sale, bend trade is active. If you want me to put up a trade for you guys, or you guys can do it yourself, let me know. You can always send me an email, and I'll be glad to send you guys a setup for this. I know I personally spoke to one of my clients. They wanted to get back in on this trade. Here's the real deal right here. Bend trade on the works for you on the 4-hour chart. If it was me, I would take this trade, but I'll put a higher stop loss. I will move a higher stop loss on it, or look for a daily or weekly trade to get in. With that said, we're already in the CAD trade. This trade is still running for me. It's still going down. I'm holding. There's nothing to tell me to get out of this trade. My money's on this trade, but for those who aren't, bend trade, perfect bend trade, and good entry for you to get in. Good entry to get in on this trade and a bend. And the last one is the Euro Japan. We spoke about this on the 4-hour chart. Pogo next week. Pogo for next week, and this week we do have a bend. So it's not a trade, it's not a bend trade which I will take, but it's giving me confirmation on a sale for the euro yen. With that said, guys, that is it. That's on my radar. I went through the charts. That's all that I saw. If you got something that you want me to take a look at, send me an email, send me a setup or a potential setup, and I'll see if we can put it on the radar. With that said, you guys have a magnificent coming up week. We look forward to talking to you